How is the food? Alright, let me first introduce you to the executive committee members of this foundation. This is really a bunch of very busy people who somehow decided to give up not only part of their personal wealth, but also a large portion of their personal time under the happy excuse that all is for a good cause. Jiang Fanghua, class of 1984, is the president of the foundation. She is probably the most important person who unfortunately cannot be here today. Fanghua is working very hard for the foundation in China. He Hongguo, here we go, class of 1996, is a founding board member of the foundation. He is a vice president at the Barclays Capital. Sun Weijia, class of 1998, is in charge of the merit-based fund deployment, also founder of the foundation. She works for the real estate group at Morgan Stanley. Liu Ling, okay, I will save you from standing up. Class of 1988 is the treasurer and the legal counsel of the foundation of one of the founders. Ling is a managing director at the Cathay Capital. Julia Xu, class of 2001, is a member of the fundraising team. She is a trader at Citi. Jennifer Li, class of 1990, is in charge of the need-based scholarship. She is a senior vice president at Citi. Zhou Ye, class of 1996, is the chief technology officer, and this is why. Ye is a senior software engineer at Google. Then there is me, Zhang Minghua, class of 2000. I'm responsible for the fundraising operations at the foundation, and my day job is a portfolio manager at SAC Capital. Wu Di, class of 2002, that's the camera, is a member of the fund deployment team. He is an associate at Lazard Investment Bank. Shi Yilun, our youngest member, class of 2007, is in charge of alumni and public relations. She is currently a junior at Yale College. Then there are two relatively new members since last luncheon we had. Shen Chenjie, class of 2000, is the member of the fundraising team. Chenjie is the chief accountant at the New York restaurant group, and guess what? The holding company of this very restaurant. And Zheng Yeqing, also class of 2000, is a member of the legal team. He is a lawyer at Sullivan Cromwell. Despite the fact that all of us went to the same high school with a class span of across 23 years, many of us in fact did not know each other until we started volunteering for this foundation. We have since become a closely knit family, but the door is by no means closed. In fact, we continue to welcome people of all talents to join us, especially if you are class of 95 or earlier, or if you did not go to Fuzhong at all. You would help open doors to potential members that we are not fully able to reach at the current moment. But really, for anyone outside of these two categories, yet still like to volunteer for the foundation, please, by all means, just come talk to us. Whoever has a smiley face on his name tag is you can talk to, and we will work from there. Okay, so before we go into the meat of this presentation, I want to quickly go over the pages in the handout with you. If you can bear with me for one moment, please take out that package we prepared for you today. And afterwards, yes. Everybody should have a package. If you don't, please let Evan know. Close to the entrance, we have additional spare ones for you. Okay, if you could turn to page 3. You have a list of Heritage Society members. These are the people these are the major donors to this foundation, without whom we will not be here today. Since many of you on the list are actually here today, and many of you here will eventually be on the list, I want to let you know again how appreciative the foundation and the school and the students are for your generosity. One easy way to get yourself on this list is if you could turn to the next page. To fill out that donation pledge form. If you decide to donate today, great. If you want to make a pledge and donate later, that's awesome too. In either case, just either check or fill out the amount and give the form to Ling after the lunch, where you pay for the lunch. Ling, as you see, and also Thomas, her assistant, her son and assistant, the dedicated assistant who was here last year as well. So if you donate today, you will also get a tax deduction receipt. One thing I do want to clarify, which we had a confusion in the past years, is that if you decide to somehow just pay the luncheon cost of $75, hopefully not, Ling will still write you a receipt, but the foundation actually does not get any donation from you. Every penny goes to the restaurant. Anything beyond the $75 will actually make an impact. In either case, you do not need to separate those two amounts. Just group them together. For example, you want to donate 50, then put 125 on that particular line. So really, checking 50 is not an option today. Sorry about that. Okay, and give Ling the 125, and Ling will give you a receipt of $125. Okay, and the full amount is tax deductible. So the next page is a survey. This is exactly where you can tell us how we can help each other. Please fill it out as well and give it to Ling together with the donation form. Ling, as you can see, is 3 weeks from her due date. So this is how dedicated our volunteers are. She is highly efficient, especially with Thomas around. But just in case there is a line, please be patient. Now the next few pages are all letters. Some in Chinese, others are in English. The first letter is from the new head of school, just came on board this year. Previously a renowned professor at Fudan University and was in charge of the Fudan College's admission for many years. Here is what he writes to his foundation and its members, I quote, "Your generosity, caring heart, sense of social responsibility, and a sophisticated management process stands out as a brilliant role model for the teachers and students at Fuzhong. We are proud of your achievements. Your support is what powers Fuzhong forward." The next page is an invitation to the 60th anniversary reunion. Please contact us if you want to visit the school later this year. Following is a letter from one of our performing arts recipients who succeeded only after applying for the scholarship 2 years in a row. He talks about how the scholarship has helped him advance his musical studies and increase the appreciation of art by people around him. The final two letters I want to point out come from sponsors who enabled the Give a Hand Wang Jialian Need-Based Scholarship and the Performing Arts Award. Yongchun, on behalf of his classmates, shares with us the touching stories leading to the establishment of the Need-Based Scholarship. Tianying, an artist herself, discusses her work relationship with the foundation in sponsoring young talents. Both letters are very, very personal. I highly recommend them. Okay, so with that, we dive into the operation of the foundation. We want to be as transparent as possible in order for the potential donors to feel very comfortable. The structure of the presentation is as follows. I will talk about fundraising. Jennifer will talk about need-based scholarship, followed by Wei Jia, who will talk about the merit-based scholarships. Then Yilun will talk about the alumni and the public relations. Ye will talk about technology. And finally, Lin will talk about our financial operations and with the figures. Okay, fundraising. So 4 years ago, when we first set out to do fundraising, we had 3 major obstacles. First, privately organized charity had little to no history even in China. Second, overseas foundation for any Chinese high school was never heard of. Third, having no track record, we are being second-guessed, if not for our motive, at least for our determination and viability.